I was living in Texas, and I'm a martial artist, and I was training actually at my martial arts school that I was at. And my instructor, as I was training, he called me over, and he said, "Hey, come over here," and he shows me this newspaper article, and it's got these 5 Power Rangers, standing in this thing, and he tells me, "Hey, they're looking for some people to be Power Rangers." And I said, "Oh, that's cool. What, for like stunt guys or something like that?" And he said, "Well, I don't know." He's like, "Why don't you go give it a shot?" And I was like, "Are you serious? We're in Texas. What, are you kidding me?" Prior to that, I watched a couple episodes of Power Rangers before I even saw the newspaper article, and I was watching them doing all this martial arts stuff, and cheesy acting. I was like, "Dude, I can definitely do that." And then there's like 1,000 people lined up in like a cattle call, and I'm seeing guys doing these 1,000 kicks in the air, and I'm like, "Oh, great, I'm in for it, man. This isn't gonna work." And so I go, they call us all in, they line us up like 10 of us or whatever at a time, and then they just say, "Okay, you can come back, the rest of you get out of here." And I was like, "Whoa, all right." And I made it, and my friend made it through the first one. And then the second time through, we had to show off what we can do. I showed off my martial arts, and they said, "Okay, come back." I read a monologue, and then they said, "Okay, we want you to come back in about like an hour." And I said, "All right." So I went home, and I changed into my jeans, and I'm like, "Okay, all I'm doing is going to read this monologue." I come back, and then they're like, "Okay, we want to see you do some of that martial arts stuff again." And this was a time when tight jeans were cool, and so and in Texas, so I'm jumping around, and I swear my kicks were no higher than 2 feet off the ground. But I just kept thinking, man, look at the hot chick that's there, and just smile at her, and maybe she'll be like, "This guy's sweet," or something, which it worked, And my brother calls me, and he says, "Hey, they want you to go to California." I was like, "Shut up. What are you talking about?" He's like, "They want you to go to California, audition again." I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm going to kill you if you're joking." And he's like, No, they want you to go out there." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I flew out there, auditioned again, and then, auditioned with a few other people, and then I eventually got the part. That's how I became a Power Ranger. And was that the question, how I became a Power Ranger?